Hey guys, Hops on Xbox here. Let's talk games. Today, I want to talk about the rumblings on Twitter that have been happening for a while now that I want to address. The rumblings I'm referring to is the practice of supporting the developers. Now, what is that in reference to? So for the past few years, due to Game Pass blowing up in popularity, there's been this notion floating around that Xbox gamers don't buy games anymore because Game Pass has been dropping some bangers on it, so there's no need to buy games. Now, if you watch my previous video, I explained that I buy more games thanks to Game Pass, revitalizing my love for gaming. So I personally don't apply to this whole Xbox gamers don't buy games notion, but that's a little separate from the support the devs issue. So the people who are saying support the devs are mostly PlayStation dudes who see that a game will launch day and date on Game Pass, and then they go with the whole notion that the devs don't get compensated for that game because it launched on Game Pass. So if you didn't know, Xbox pays the devs and or the publisher to put their game onto Game Pass, and they pay each dev in different ways based on the dev's needs. So for some devs, they may just write a one-time check for X number of dollars. Some devs get to keep 100% of all the money when they sell a copy of the game instead of Xbox taking out 30% like they usually would. Some devs get compensated on the amount of people who download and play the game for a certain amount of time. Some devs get their games funded by Xbox. It all depends on the needs of the developer. So Xbox will go to a dev or publisher and lay out the terms and conditions that a company will either accept or disagree to put their game into the service. So the dev makes their projections and then factors Game Pass in so they can see how to make their money. Devs are not forced to put their games in Game Pass. They make their projections, negotiate with Xbox, and determine if Game Pass is right for their game. They know what they need to do to make their money. So then that comes to us, the consumer. We subscribe to Game Pass to play a vast library of games for a low monthly price. If we choose to buy a game that is in Game Pass so that we will own it, that is up to the consumer. We do not owe the devs anything because we are getting the games by legal means. We aren't pirating or getting the game without paying for it. I do not know why people care about supporting the devs so much. If I got a game for free that is worth $60, my first thought isn't, man, these devs worked hard to get this game out. I should go pay them personally. It's a game that I got for free. Now, I understand if this is an up-and-coming indie dev and they don't have the funds to continue making games and you want to support them because you enjoy what they made and want them to continue. That is perfectly understandable. But the ones that these PlayStation dudes are shilling for are these multi-million-dollar companies that don't know who you are and don't give a damn about you. I worry about my own money and responsibilities and choose how to spend my money on things that I think are worth it. I'm not just going to give out my money like I'm a damn charity. If I think your game is worth buying, I will buy it. If it's in Game Pass, there is a high likelihood that I'm not going to buy the game unless I really like the game and it's about to leave the service. But in a way, Xbox has already covered my purchase, so I am not any less of a person or a gamer because I play a game through a subscription service. The money has been paid, just as if a PlayStation gamer bought the game for $60. I'm not forced to give my money away for no reason, so I'm not going to do it if I don't want to. But that's it for me. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and leave me a like to show some support. Hopping off. Peace.